Want to change an old habit? Most of us probably do. One study determined that over 40% of the decisions that we make every day aren't really decisions, they're actually habits. So guys, much of the time we don't really make decisions. Believe it or not, we do what we've done before, we fall into a complicit routine, and that makes us less productive, less effective, less healthy than we possibly could be. Now this is an old Greek saying that we don't rise to the level of our expectations, but we fall to the level of our training. And jeopardize, if we take that a step further, you don't rise to the level of your intentions, you fall to the level of your habits. So guys, when you are stressed, tired, you're under pressure, you are more likely to fall back on habitual patterns of thinking and behaving. With that being said guys, the most important thing to remember and ask yourself is, do these habits serve you? Will they help you create the life that you really want? I mean, if we're honest, our minds love habits because it comes natural and easy. This applies to both positive and negative habits. Once you start recognizing patterns, you can make intentional choices about the habits you choose to maintain and adopt. So a habit is something that once required conscious effort but has now become automatic. It turns out a large portion of what we do each and every day is a habit. In fact, more than 45% of what you do every single day is a habit. We've essentially put our life on autopilot. Our brain doesn't know the difference between being anxious, worried, fearful, optimistic, excited, or grateful. It doesn't know the difference between getting home from work and drinking a bottle of wine, or getting home from work and going to the gym. Your brain just takes anything that you repeatedly think, say, or do and converts it into a habit. So you may be wondering, well Joseph, what can we do to change or adopt new habits? And I would tell you the first thing is to look at your must-do habits. For example, a lot of us love a good cup of joe. We all love coffee, right? I mean, coffee makes the world go round, especially for those who are early birds or late night owls. But do you really need it? Do you really need that cup of coffee? Truth is guys, you don't. Now you may feel like you're gonna die without your cup of coffee, but I assure you that's not gonna happen. Truth is that somewhere along the line you started drinking coffee, you decided you like it, you decided that you love that caffeine kick, and now it's considered an indispensable habit. So we as human beings need fluids, but coffee is not life or death. Now the same is true with almost everything we do on a daily basis. For example, maybe you send a text or an email when a phone call may be more appropriate. Maybe you wait to the last minute to finish a project or report instead of planning ahead of time. Reality is that bad habits provide some type of benefit in your lives. It's very difficult to eliminate them, and this is why my advice is to not just stop. That rarely works. From my experience, what I've learned is that you have to replace a bad habit with a new habit that provides a similar benefit. So for example, if you smoke when you get stressed, then it's a bad plan to just say, I'm gonna stop smoking. Instead, you should come up with a different way to deal with that stress and insert that new behavior instead of having a cigarette. So a different habit could be chewing gum, breathing exercises, physical exercise, or any other stress relieving activity. If we really look at it guys, bad habits address certain needs in our lives. And for that reason, it's better to replace or substitute your bad habit with a healthier behavior that addresses that same need, in addition to removing as many triggers as possible. So guys, if the first thing you do when you get home is to sit on the couch and pick up the TV remote, then just hide that remote in a closet in a different room. If the first thing you do when you get paid is to spend frivolously and not save any money, you may need to set up automatic saving withdrawals into an account that you can't access. It's always important to pay yourself first, guys. Remember, pay yourself first. Now, if you're addicted to social media and it makes you unproductive, you may need to commit to only checking it for a specific period of time, at a certain date, at a certain time. You may need to have a social media schedule and commit to it. Remember, guys, every habit is based on a simple loop, cue, routine, and reward. The cue is the trigger. That is based on some craving that shifts into your brain into autopilot and initiates your routine. So, for example, if your habit is to check your email or social media, you may be craving a sense of immediate control, to know what fires may have started, what's the latest drama, and what issues may have popped up. It's also possible that you could be craving a reconnection with family, friends, employees, or just the world in general. Whenever you feel an urge for an habit, that urge is the cue. Now, if you're someone that struggles with being positive or gratitude, pick a time, maybe first thing in the morning or before you go to bed, to think of some things that you are grateful for and write them down and say them out loud. Now, I actually did this exercise today and I wrote down 3 specific things that I'm grateful for. So the first one is, I am grateful that my family and friends are healthy. The second was, I am grateful that I have plenty of food, water, and shelter and a home to live in. I'm grateful that I was given another opportunity to live my life to the fullest and make a positive impact on the world. Now, other tips I would suggest for you guys to change or break bad habits is to surround yourself with people who live the way you want to live. You don't need to ditch your old friends, but don't underestimate the power of finding some new ones. Very important, visualize yourself succeeding, guys. See yourself throwing away those cigarettes, or buying healthy food instead of that junk food, or waking up early instead of sleeping in late. Whatever your bad habit is that you're looking to break, visualize yourself crushing it, smiling and enjoying your success. See yourself building a whole new identity. Another suggestion is to use the word but to overcome negative doubts, negative self-talk. This is something I've done myself when I find myself falling into the realm of negativity. So here are some examples. I am fat and out of shape, but with exercise and eating better, I could be in shape in a few months. I feel dumb, but I'm working to develop a valuable skill set. I feel like a failure right now, but everyone fails sometime. Again, guys, these techniques are incredibly powerful, Joe. Again, breaking bad habits takes time and effort, but mostly it takes perseverance. Most people who end up breaking bad habits try and fail multiple times before they make it work. Again, you may not have success right away, but that does not mean you can't have it at all. I really hope you found value in this video. If you did, please hit that like button and share it with others on social media. It goes a tremendous way in helping to support and grow the channel. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell, as I'm posting valuable new information at least once a week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.